Hello, and welcome back to another Pauper video. This is Kyle, aka KTowers08 on Magic the Gathering Online, or Kyle H Town on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. On our last episode, we were playing with a little bit of Hawkeye's Bow combo. It was this list right here with little Hawkeye's Bow and Seeker of Skybreak. If you didn't hear the news, they actually banned Seeker of Skybreak, so this card is not legal anymore. So unfortunately, that deck is now gone. I was having a lot of fun with this Naya Gates combo deck that was put on by Season of Mist. He ended up winning, or they ended up winning 2 or 3 challenges with this list whenever this card was unbanned, and it was very powerful. It was very fun to play. But now I have moved back to my Mono Red Madness list. So we're going to reorganize everything because when I moved off, looks like we got everything ready to go. So this is Mono Red Madness. This is pretty much the stock list. It's going to run 18 of these mountains right here. It's going to run 4 Faithless Looting, 4 Grab the Prize, and 4 Highway Robbery. This right here is going to be your draw engine. So all of these cards pretty much say either you may discard a card or sacrifice a land or discard 2 cards, draw 2 cards, you know, that sort of thing. So this is going to be pretty much your draw engine, is this Faithless Looting, Grab the Prize. Grab the Prize is pretty much my favorite one because it says if you discard a non-land card, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. So that's always great. And plotting is always a great thing for Highway Robbery. So if you don't have a card necessarily you want to discard, or you want to wait until you get one of your creatures in to the battlefield to play it, so it'll ping your opponent, then you can plot it and you can play it later pretty much for the mana you spent from that last turn. So with all of these discard things, we're going to have to need cards to discard. So these are going to be the discard package. It's going to be 4 Sneaky Snacker, 4 Fiery Temper, and 4 Lava Dart. So, and I'm pretty much having an order of what you want to discard first. So if you have a Sneaky Snacker in your hand, you can't play it with only mountains. It's a blue and a black. It's a Dimir card, so you pretty much want to discard this every single time. Grab the Prize into Sneaky Snacker on turn 2 is probably the best play you can do for this deck in the format. You also have 4 Fiery Tempers, and this is pretty much just a lightning bolt that you can discard, pay 1 red mana, and send it to wherever you want. And then Lava Dart, while this can be good in your hand, it also has a flashback ability for sacrificing a mountain, and you could deal 1 damage to it. And with these cards, you want to have some of these creatures in play. So there are 3 main creatures that, or 3 Guttersnipes we play, and 4 Kessig Flamebreathers, so 7 pinging creatures. Kessig is a little bit worse, but it's a little bit cheaper. It says whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. And then you have Guttersnipe, the 3 mana 2/2 that says whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, this creature deals 2 damage to each opponent. And this pairs really well with the Lava Darts in the graveyard and the Fireblast. So if you have a Lava Dart in the graveyard with a Guttersnipe on the battlefield, you could sacrifice a mountain and shoot it at your opponent for 3 damage. And then if you have a Fireblast in your hand, you can sack 2 more mountains and do essentially 9 damage with no mana, technically, if you have this Guttersnipe on the battlefield. We also run 4 Voldaren Epicures, which is a pretty good turn 1 start and get your creature out there, as well as it makes a blood token where you can use that to discard a card and, you know, draw a card. And then we have our just straight burn, which is going to be our 3 Fireblast. We pretty much never cast this for 6 mana. You're always going to sacrifice 2 mountains rather than pay this spell's mana cost, and it will deal 4 damage to any target, as well as 4 lightning bolts. Probably the best, arguably the best card in Pauper. So without further ado, let's get, oh, I forgot. Let's go over the sideboard real quick. On the sideboard, we are going to have, pull this back up, 2 End the Festivities for Rally Red, Elves, anything that goes wide with 1 toughness creatures. We're going to have 6 Pyro and Red Blast effects, so 4 Pyro, 2 Red Elemental Blast for the blue decks. 2 Cast in the Fires for Affinity, as well as we can bring that in as like an End the Festivities as well to help with mono blue fairies, elves, Rally Red, that sort of thing, as well as Affinity, obviously, exile target artifact. And then 2 Smash the Smithereens, which will also bring against Affinity and maybe Tron and things like that, as well as 3 Relics for the graveyard. So without further ado, really like this deck, really like the sideboard. I have a lot of success with this deck playing so far in Pauper leagues and as well as in just regular, as well as in the best of 3, practice matches. And without further ado, let's get into the league. All right, and welcome into game 1. We are playing Some Old Guy for match 1, game 1. GLHF. I will send a GLHF as well. And we will start. We are on the play. We have a no land hand, so we will discard. We have a 1 mana. They will keep 7 cards. 1 land, no way to get rid of anything. This would be really nice if we had a second land, but we're going to have to mulligan and go to 5. And really rough start. I think we are going to keep this. Don't really like going down to 4. We'll play Voldaren Epicure and hopefully top deck really well. That's really all we can hope for. So might be a tough game 1. We'll see what they're on. They play basic island. We will go to combat, attack for 1. And sorry about the last video. I know the sound was really loud for the actual in-game sound, so I turned that down a lot. I tried to turn it down to where it will not be bothersome. So hopefully in this video it'll be a lot better. So looks like they're going to be a mental note. It is going to be an attachment. It looks like it's going to be against Mono Blue Terror. So this could be a tough matchup game 1, but hopefully with our sideboard cards we can get some advantage. All right, we draw Highway Robbery. It's a good card to have. We will go ahead and attack for 2. See what they want to do. We'll go ahead and plot this Highway Robbery. I don't want to cast this into a counterspell. Plot the Highway Robbery, play the land, and keep moving. Having this Fireblast is pretty tough in our hand, but maybe if we draw a Guttersnipe or something, we can make some use of it. And it looks like they are stuck on 2 cards. They're going to go to discard. Discard Sneaky Snacker. We're going to draw Highway Robbery. So we're going to go combat. We're going to attack 2. I think we need to catch up on our draw spells. So we are going to play this into a possible counterspell. That's fine. We have another. So we're just going to cast this down, mana down. We're going to go ahead and discard this Fireblast. I kind of want something a little bit better in my hand, honestly. And a Flamebreather is not bad. So play down Epicure, keep the board nice and going. They do have currently 3 instants or sorceries in their graveyard, and they are Dimir. So it looks like it could be Dimir Terror or Dimir Fairies possibly, but Fairies doesn't play Mental Note, so I'm thinking Dimir Terror. We'll go to combat. Swing for 2. I want to keep this mountain for possibly sacking to the blood token. We are going to play this Kessig into possible Snuff Out or Counterspell, and they just don't have it. So we'll go ahead and pass the turn. Keep the mountain in hand, like I said, for possible discard. They will Mental Note, milling and abandoned attachments, and an island. So now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Costs 2 for a Terror. 2 mana, and there's the Terror. Okay, no response. Let's see what they do here. Black for okay. Now this is going to be the Delve creature, Gurmag Angler. They're going to mill pretty much all their instant sorceries and put a big 5/5 on the board. So really good turn for them. Actually, at the end step, I'm actually going to use one of these Bloods and get rid of this mountain. Draw a card, and we draw a Fiery Temper. That's a huge draw right now. So let's go ahead and play that now. I'm going to use another Blood token, discard this Fiery Temper. They have no mana up. So we're going to yield to all. Throw that at their face, and that should be 4 damage. The ping from Kessig goes to 8. Fiery Temper goes to 5. And we draw a Grab the Prize. Now, we could go ahead and attack. If we attack for everything, they block Kessig, block 1, and they go down to 3. And then I can Voldaren Epicure for 2. But I think it's smarter to just attack with 3, hit them down to 4, and then play this Voldaren Epicure, have Grab the Prize up for next turn. So we're going to go combat. We're going to swing out, keep the Flame Breather back. They're going to block 2 creatures. They're going to go to 4. And we're going to put in another Epicure out there to pick them to 3. So now all we need is a burn spell to kill them. If we draw non-land, this Grab the Prize doing 2 damage, and then Kessig doing 1 will be good. I'm not going to block this. Take 15. Now, do they have unexpected things? They do, so that really hurts. Now they go up to 6, and that's a lifelink. We're going to discard this mountain. We have 3 mana, more than likely counterspell. We're going to plot this Highway Robbery. And probably going to lose this first match because that unexpected things is probably going to cost us with all the life they're going to be able to gain there. So unfortunate, we did mull the 5 on a pretty tough hand. Did look like we might be able to come back, but unfortunately, no. They have another unexpected fangs. Well, we're just going to concede to that. So lifelink is pretty tough to deal with, and having main deck unexpected fangs did it to us. So we lose game 1. Luckily, we do have a lot of sideboard cards. We're bringing all our Pyros, Red Elemental Blasts, and Relics. We're going to get rid of the Fireblast. We're going to get rid of a couple of Highway Robberies, a couple of Epicures. I like to scrape on, not all of them, but maybe get rid of a couple of these high creatures too. Maybe a Kessig and a Guttersnipe. And we'll run it back. Hopefully our sideboard cards will be enough to keep up, but that was a really tough mull to 5 on game 1, and hopefully game 2 will be better. Would you like to play first? Yes. 1 land hand. Have a couple of Pyros, but other than this Faithless Looting, we're really hoping to just top deck something. 2 Guttersnipes isn't the best to have an open hand as well. I think I'm going to mulligan this. This could be wrong to mulligan, but I think I'm going to do it. So a little bit better. We'll keep this, get rid of a land, and we'll play turn 1 Relic. So that hopefully we can just start attacking their graveyard. We have to mull the 6. They went ahead and kept 7, so they're going to play Island and go. I think we're just going to play Mountain and pass, holding up Pyro. Don't want to walk this Grab the Prize into a... Oh, not yet. Let's wait for the mental note to get in there so they can get rid of the Ice Tunnel. Don't want to throw this Grab the Prize into potential Blue Elemental Blast or Spell Pierce for Spike. So now 1 island up. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. I think now is a good time for us to potentially go for it. They do get a lot of value though if they counter. I think we're going to go for it. If they have the counter spell, they have it. We're going to discard the temper, go face, potentially draw 2 cards. Hydro. 4 spike on the Grab the Prize. Okay. Did have the 4 spike. We are going to hit them for 3. Pass the turn. They do have 6 cards and 2 instants or sorceries in their graveyard. Brainstorm. Then I have 3. Getting to a point where we're going to have to crack this relic pretty soon to make sure they don't get advantage of an Angler or a Terror early on. So Brainstorm into Nihil Spell Bomb. So they have graveyard stuff for me. That's fine. Go ahead and Relic. I think we are going to wait 1 more turn. We're just going to hold this Grab the Prize. I don't want to discard either of these cards, so we're going to hold this for now. 2 cards isn't enough for me to crack Relic, but if they do, okay, 3 cards is not enough for me to crack Relic either. If they want to spend 4 on a Terror, we can Pyroblast that. They have different arts for their islands. Okay, they're tapping out for a Terror. We will Pyroblast that. And now we are in the clear to Grab the Prize. So really like that. that action right there. So I was hoping for that they would potentially tap out for the tear. Put this relic on the table. So even though we don't get the advantage, I think I am going to grab the prize, this mountain, because we just need to draw an action. So we're going to play mountain. They have 3 cards. They could tap out for 4. Again, I think I'm just going to relic now. Red blast, that's huge. Okay, so now we have some interaction up. We have a couple of bolts. If we draw, you know, either a Guttersnipe or a Kessig, that can really get us back in this game. They're gonna play land pass. It's fine. We're gonna draw another bolt. We're gonna pass. Just holding up all our interaction. They're gonna crack Spellbomb. They really must be flooded, or, you know, not having a lot of action to, you know, put any pieces on the board. They're gonna draw off the Spellbomb. We will pass. Brainstorm. That will go through. Let's see if they have a Lorien or someplace. Mental note to get rid of whatever they just brainstormed. 2 lands, so they were definitely flooded. Okay, they will pass to us. We'll play mountain and go. They are starting to draw a lot more than us, but we do have some interaction with the red elemental blast. They're not doing anything. They're going to pass. We're going to draw Highway Robbery. I think I am going to plot that to have for later. I don't want to cast it when they have all this mana up to answer it. They're going to tap 2 for an Abandoned Attachments. No response to that. Also a potential card that we could add in this list as well. An instant, discard a card if you do draw 2 cards. And they are just going to pass. They are going to have to go discard. Maybe discard Unexpected Fangs. Okay, that makes me think they have another one. I think we want the card advantage here, so I am going to cast the Highway Robbery. Potentially using a red elemental blast, because I think we need the advantage. They're going to let it go through, so we're going to discard Temper. We're going to send that phase. Drew 2 lands, unfortunate. We're going to play a land and pass. But that did get us through 2 lands. Interesting that they didn't counterspell. I wonder what they're holding. They have to be holding something. All right, here comes a tear. We're going to try and counter. We have to. They're probably going to counter back. No, they don't. Okay. They do not have a counterspell. They just let that go through. We have a Pyro. I think 6 lands is enough. I'm going to keep this land in case we want to discard it to a looting or a robbery or something like that. I think we're just going to pass the turn with the Pyro. We have 9 points of 9 damage in our hand. They're at 14, so they're technically at 5. Another tear. We're going to try and Pyro. See if they have counterspell, and this time they do. Unfortunate. Okay. Well, we have a tear. Still think we're going to aim this burn at their face and get something. Okay. Now we're just going to kill this tear, spending the ward. Okay, 2. I'm interested in burning them now, but I think we have to wait until we get a creature to start doing this damage. So we're just going to pass. Have another creature, that would really suck, but hopefully they're out of creatures. Grab the prize. I just feel like they're sitting on counterspell 100%. So I'm going to hold out on the grab the prize and wait until they tap out. Looks like they're going to tap here. Abandoned Attachments. That's a really good card. as an instant to do that on my turn. Just getting a ton of value, discarding a land, playing a land, passing. There's a relic that could get us that could get a counter spell out of their hands. So we'll go ahead and play that. They're going to counter. We're going to yield. We're going to try to grab the prize now that we got the counter out of their hand. Discarding a temper. Really need this to go through. Hopefully it does. We have 2 mana up for Spell Pierce or Force Spike, but they have the counter spell before they grab the prize. Okay. Do 3 damage to them, and we'll hold everything and pass the turn. So far 3 counter spells out of their hand. We haven't seen 1 Blue Elemental Blast or Hydro Blast, so I'm sure they have that as well they're sitting on. We draw another mountain, unfortunate. Just gonna hold and pass the turn. Eventually they're gonna get a threat. Angler or something that they can put an Unexpected Fangs on, because they discard one earlier, making me think that they're sitting on one. We have a Kessig. We'll play it. We have 2 Bolt in hand. They're probably going to counter. And that's their 4th counter spell. Wow. Okay. All 4 counter spells in their top 35. Good draws for them. We're going to keep passing the turn. They've drawn essentially 11 more cards than us. It's really unfortunate. Another Abandoned Attachments. Terror. It looks like a Brainstorm to keep digging. Now they are just so ahead on card advantage. I don't know if we can make it back into this game, unfortunately. But this is how it goes with these Dimir lists. You know, they have access to blue. They have access to a lot more draw cards. Looks like here comes an Angler. Something that I can't counter. Playing it potentially Elemental Blast that I have. It's going to go through. We're going to pass the turn. Draw land. Wow. Just really unfortunate. Just land in our last 2 draws. We're going to play one and pass. So I'm expecting them to have Unexpected Fangs. There's not much I can do other than potentially trying to bolt it. They're probably going to have Counterspell, and that's going to be all she wrote. Here comes the Fangs. Try and double bolt it. And Hydro. And there's the Beb. GG's. Just couldn't draw anything other than lands. Got a Faithless Looting coming up, but it wouldn't have mattered much. So unfortunate in match 1. We start 0-1. Let's hit into match 2. All right, here we are back in match 2, playing against Meme Rakel. They're going to be on the play first. We can keep this hand. A little bit slow. We don't have a turn 1 play, but we do have a turn 3, either Highway Robbery and a Temper or Plotting. So they're going to keep 7. And let's see what we're going up against. Red, possibly Mirror Match, possibly Rally Red. We draw land. Unfortunate. We do not need any more lands. We'll play an island, or we'll play a mountain and pass. Do not want to see any more lands. Not going up against Counterspell though, so we can start to play these cards. 2 mountains. They're going to play Kessig Flamebreather. Okay. Looks like we're going up against the Mirror Match. And we drew another land. Awesome. So we're going to play land, plot Highway Robbery, pass the turn, because we could discard these mountains, but it's not really going to matter. We're not going to have any mana after to play anything. So we're just going to plot the Highway Robbery plan to probably just play the Robbery, Fiery Temper, this Kessig on this next turn. So if they want to do something with this Kessig, they're going to have to do it now. First, they're going to get in for 1. Now they're going to play a Guttersnipe. Okay, so now we just take away the Guttersnipe. Find a Fireblast. So we're going to play land. We're going to tap Highway Robbery. We're going to discard Fiery Temper. And we're going to hit the Guttersnipe because it does more damage over time. Drew Snacker and Epicure. Always yield. Temper Guttersnipe. So now what we can do is they're thinking about Fireblasting possibly. I don't know what else they're They're going to sack 2 mountains and Fireblast face. Wow, to deal 7 damage. That's pretty impressive. They must have 1 mountains, so we go down to 12. Not much we could do about that. We could grab the prize into Snacker, but we're not going to get the Snacker because we already drew our 3rd card due to Highway Robbery. So I think we're just going to play Epicure. Pass. I do want to get the Snacker in the graveyard, but... And I can't get this Guttersnipe online either. We're just going to play Epicure, probably plan to block this, and then pass the turn. We might even think about discarding a land at our upkeep. So I'm sure they have more mountains. They're going to go to looting, pinging me down to 11. See what they discard. Possibly a Snacker, possibly a Dart. It's going to be a Fiery Temper that they have no mana for, so I'm perfectly okay with that, and a Fireblast. Okay, cool. Very cool with that exchange. They have a mountain. They're going to go to combat. We are going to block. I don't want to take damage, more damage than I need to, so we're going to block that. Cool. Goes through. We're going to go to the end step. And we're going to discard a mountain because we don't need it. Can draw another Epicure. We really need a burn spell for this, is really what I'm looking for. So we're going to start out the turn with the best play for this deck, which is grab the prize into Sneaky Snacker. Snacker comes back. It says when you draw your 3rd card in the turn, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. And because we drew a card for turn and then grab the prize says draw 2 cards, Snacker comes back into play. We're going to get another Snacker and a Highway Robbery. I think we're just going to play land. Yeah, we're going to play land. We're going to plot the Highway Robbery, and we're going to pass it through, hoping that we don't die on 11 without a blocker. They're going to have 3 cards in hand. If they have Bolt, that's 4. So essentially we're at 10 because they're going to attack with this. So if they have Bolt, that's 4. We're down to 6. And then Bolt, that's down to 2. And then Fireblast could kill us. So Bolt, Fireblast kills us. Hopefully they don't have that in hand. They're going to attack for 1. They're going to get in. They have looting in the graveyard. Let's see if they have mountain. They're going to plot a Highway Robbery. Okay, so they're not trying to kill this turn. Well, we drew land. We're going to first off attack for 2 with Snacker. We are actually going to play out this Guttersnipe because I do think we need to be on the we need to be the aggressor now. We're going to play our Highway Robbery, dealing 2 damage to them and discarding our Snacker. This will be our 3rd, drawing 2 cards. 3rd card, Snacker comes back into the graveyard. Now we have a Fiery Temper, which unfortunately we can't cast yet. Let's say we do that. Let's say we play grab the prize, discard Epicure. That deals them 2. They go to 9, and then they're at 9. So we'll definitely kill next turn. I think the play is just to play out Epicure and hope that we're not dead. We We could Fireblast down to 6 right now. We'll definitely win next turn if they can't win here on 10. They play land. That's a good sign. They're going to tap 2. They're going to play another Kessig. So do I just Fireblast this one? I think I'm going to. I don't. It does 2 damage to the mainway, and I do not want to double Kessig Fireblast. So I'm doing this now. They'll only have 1 Kessig. Are they going to use a Lava Dart? Lightning Bolt on the Guttersnipe. Okay, nothing I can do about that. At least it didn't go to face. They're at 10. They do have the Highway Robbery. They are going to play it, sacrificing a land. They already played a mana this turn, so these are just 2 cards for next turn. So I hit for 2 here. I think I keep this land. I don't think I sack it. I hit for 2, grab the prize, temper, they're down to 1. I just have to go for this. Hopefully I draw like a 1 mana burn spell. I grab the prize, discard Fiery Temper. Point at face, and I drew Lava Dart. Let's go. GG's. Got the win there. It was a very close game. Obviously, you can see the mirror match is a ton of fun to play against. Honestly, I think they lost the game when they casted this Fireblast in the very beginning when I was going against their Guttersnipe. They casted that Fireblast to do 7 damage to me. They really didn't get a lot of damage on me after that turn. So that's where I think they lost it. Now, in the mirror match, I could bring in End the Festivities, but the only thing that would be hitting would be the Snackers and the Epicures. I have darts for that. I really like keeping in everything in this matchup and just going right back into it. Am I going to miss the Cast and Fires at the End of the Festivities, though, is the question. I think the answer is no. I'm just going to run it right back. If they start building a board on me, then, you know, it costs me. I do have Lava Dart. I do have bolts to deal with that, but I think I just want to be faster than them. And this is exactly the start we want. Perfect start. We go grab the prize into Sneaky Snacker. They're going to keep 7. They're going to be on the play. We're going to keep. And let's see what they do. Now, if they go turn 1 Epicure, I could just Lava Dart. Okay, I think I'm going to Lava Dart that. I think I'm going to Lava Dart that. It gets Lava Dart in the graveyard. I have other things to discard. Keeps them from dealing damage to me. And we're just going to pass. Next turn, we're definitely going grab the prize into discarding Snacker. They play Looting. Let's see if they discard Snackers, Lava Darts. Those are the 2 best. They don't have a mana up for Temper. They discard a Temper anyway. Again, the value. Like they did this last game where they discard a Temper. They're getting no value from this. I just definitely don't think it's the right move. They discard Lava Dart, which is fine. Gets 1 in the graveyard. Then they're going to pass the turn with 1 mana up. So, and we have our draw set up next turn for Highway Temper into Highway Robbery into Fiery Temper. But this turn we're going to just go straight into grab the prize. Discard Snacker. Do 2 damage to them. Snacker comes back. And we get 2 Epicures to start building a big board. So hopefully they didn't bring in something like End the Festivities or Cast in the Fire, because pretty soon we might have a lot of 1/1s. Now the decision's going to be, are they going to discard land? Looks like they're a little flooded. They draw a card. So the thing that I like more about Grab the Prize and Highway Robbery rather than something like Faithless Looting is Faithless Looting is technically card disadvantage. You draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. If you're discarding a Fiery Temper and not getting your value off of it, then, you know, it's not really the best. It's not really the best card. The thing I like about Highway Robbery and Grab the Prize is you don't have to discard 2 cards. You're only discarding 1 card. Whereas Looting, you're discarding 2 cards. So they're going to go with Kessig. We're going to play land, attack for 1, and then Highway Robbery, discarding Temper, aiming it at the Kessig, because we don't want them to start pinging us. So I think they're going to rely a lot on this Kessig. So we're just going to go in for 2. Always attack first with Snacker if you have discard options, you know, robberies and grab the prize as well as Faithless Looting. Highway Robbery. We're going to discard Fiery Temper. And we just have so much card advantage here over them at this point that hopefully this will start to turn for us. And here's a sneaky snacker for next turn, possibly. Would have liked to draw a land there, but hopefully we can draw one next turn. We'll go Temper at their Kessig. Let's see if they want to maybe use Dart from Graveyard, or they are going to use the Dart from the Graveyard, and they're going to go after the Snacker. Not a problem. We will bring it backer. Kessig, and we have so much card advantage. So we're down to 46. They started first too, so if we were on the play, we would be at 45. They're at 47. 4 cards in hand, 2 mountains in play, already sacrificing one of them. They're going to just grab the prize, discard Dart. Perfectly okay with that. Probably looking for some action. Play a mountain and pass. Okay. So we're looking for lands. Ooh, Guttersnipe's really tempting, but I think we have to keep attacking them with the Snacker. So we're just going to go Highway Robbery. Cast. We're going to discard Snacker. Then that's going to bring both Snackers from the graveyard onto the battlefield. We drew a land. That's perfect. So now we go 2 Snackers. We could go double Epicure here, but I think I want to hold back off of End the Festivities or something like that. So we're just going to play 1 Epicure. We're going to hold up Lava Dart potentially for something. You see what they have with this 1 red mana. Looks like they're just tapping and floating it. And they're going to Lava Dart the Epicure immediately. Not a problem. So that makes me think they do not have... Yeah, playing this Lava Dart essentially means to me they don't have an End the Festivities. So I think I'm going to play the other Epicure. Here. Tapping all our mana. Next turn we have Guttersnipe Lava Dart. I just feel like I'm in a really good position right now because I have a Lava Dart in the graveyard as well. We attack for 2 in the air if they don't have End the Festivities or something. Let's see, they're going to grab the prize, discard Snacker. I'm okay with that. They're going to draw 2 more cards. Snacker comes back for them. Hopefully no End the Festivities. No End the Festivities, and I think we win this game. Cast in the fire. They plot a Highway Robbery. Okay, I think that's GG's. Guttersnipe. So we attack for 5. They go 9. Guttersnipe. Lava Dart 3. Lava Dart 6. Lava Dart 9. They're dead. GG's. And I think, honestly, we had our card advantage so early on. We just kept drawing so many cards that they just couldn't catch up, unfortunately, for them with our card advantage. So we're just going to attack for 5. We could play Bolt, but Lava Dart is technically more damage, while Bolt does 3 and then does an extra 2 for Guttersnipe for a total of 5. Lava Dart does 3 to start and then 3 from the graveyard when you flash it back. So technically Lava Dart does 6. So we need to play the Lava Dart instead of the Bolt. We play Guttersnipe. And they're thinking about conceding now because they know we probably have it if we're playing Guttersnipe. We're going to Dart, show them that we have lethal because the other Dart will go to the graveyard. They're going to Dart a Snacker in response. Okay, I'm just going to Dart you in response. Let's see what they're going to do. They have another Dart in the graveyard they're going to use. They darted the Snacker. They probably should have darted the Guttersnipe. They're both Snackers. We're just going to kill them there with the last Dart. We win the match. So first match against Dimir Terror didn't go too well. Match 2 against Dimir Mono Red Manas. We come out with a win. We go to match 3, tied at 1. All right, welcome into match 3. We are against Luke Pedro. We have a lot of lands, but we do have some draw in Highway Robbery, so I think we are going to keep this hand and hope that we draw something well. Very close to a mulligan. I think if we had 5 lands, I'd definitely mulligan, but unfortunately we are up against blue. So turn 1, we're just going to Lava Dart that. Luckily we have Dart in hand. We have a lot of lands, so we can potentially flash it back. Could be mono blue Fae. Oh, when we draw another Dart, that is perfect for this matchup. So we're just going to Dart. Don't want a ninja coming in. Don't want them to have an extra fairy on the board for Spellstar Sprite. So we're just going to get rid of that fairy and keep it moving. Again, second Lava Dart is a really nice draw, so we technically don't have to flash this one back. They are Dimir fairies, so looks like they have a blue up possibly for Spell Pierce. I think we're just going to get our 2 Epicures on the ground, start bashing in. Could have a 4 spike here. Not playing around it. If they have it, they have it. They're going to cycle a Lorien. Okay. Revealing a mountain. They do have Suffocating Fumes in their deck, so I'm a little bit worried about that, but really just hoping for them to tap out so that I can cast this Highway Robbery without it potentially getting counterspelled. They're going to Brainstorm. The clock is real, though. Even though these little 2 1/1s, you know, don't look that great, the clock will start coming in unless they have an Augur. There it is. Augur Bolus. So they do tap out. They are going to get something off this. I think they still have that island in hand, by the way, because I think that's a different art. So we're going to act like that island's still there. They grab a Snuff Out, which is not that great in our matchup, considering you have to lose 4 life to use it. We have a Bolt for the Augur. Perfect. So we're going to go Mountain. We're going to go Bolt on the Augur. We're going to attack for 2. And we're going to Highway Robbery, discarding this land because I want to keep the Lava Dart in because we're against mono blue or Dimir fairies. We're going to discard a mountain. And we draw 2 mountains. God, our luck has not been good so far in this third match, but hey, we're getting through our mountains. That means all gas is on top now. So they're going to have 4 lands, and they're going to pass. Potentially, I'm thinking they potentially have Fumes up right here. Faithless Looting is a good draw. I don't want to cast it, though, in a potential Spellstar Sprite, so I think we're just going to attack for 2, play land, and probably pass, unless they do something here. They could cast Snuff Out. Wow, they are going to snuff one of these out. The clock is real, fellas. Rather than paying the 4 life, they're going to pay the 4 mana. No response. So with that being the case, we are going to cast this Faithless Looting. We're going to discard Snacker, land. We're going to play land. We're going to play Kessig. And now we potentially have 6 damage at them with this Kessig if we want to sacrifice 2 mountains. So they'll probably have a cast down or something to answer this. So it will be interesting if I decide to play this Lava Dart or not. I think I want to keep it for a fairy. They're just going to jam Lorien. That's a really good sign for me. Okay. Jam the Lorien. I'm fine with that. We're just going to pass. Probably Faithless Looting from our graveyard. Ooh, Fireblast. Okay. We're going to attack for 2. Could potentially win here. This does 5. Let's see what we draw off Faithless Looting. This will put them to 12. I think we win here. 2, 4, 6, 5. Oh no, I think we're 1 damage short. Ooh. Oh, but we have Temper right here. Okay. So we definitely discard Temper, and I don't know if we're gonna have time for this Guttersnipe. I think we discard Temper Dart, and I think we get there. Temper does 4, 8. Yep, Temper Dart gets there. Wow, what a draw. What a draw. So we're going to always yield. We're going to send 3 to face. Plus the Kessig will deal 4. They'll go down to 8. Snacker comes back. We will Lava Dart. We have the perfect amount of mountains too. They go to 6. Lava Dart again. They go to 4. And Fireblast puts them to 0. And we're turn 5. This is why I love mono red mana so much. Is these pingers, they do so much work. This Kessig and Guttersnipe, without any mana, you know, you could just sacrifice your lands. Okay, so we definitely bring in Pyro's red. We don't need relics. And I do like the Cast in the Fires potentially getting their fairies. It's not mono blue though, but because it's really only 1/1s. Maybe I don't want Cast in the Fires. I don't know. Real quick, I'm going to go look at a sideboard guide and see if there's anything that they say I should add in. Okay, so it looks like in the sideboard guide, they do have, now just as fairies, it's not Dimir fairies, but they do have 2 End the Festivities in there. I'm going to bring Cast in the Fires because I think the instant, having it be an instant spell against a Spellstar Sprite is good. So I will bring all these in. We are going to cut the Fireblast because while it was really good in that matchup, I don't think it's potentially good in a possible counterspell deck. We're going to lose 3 Faithless Lootings because it gets counterspelled by Spellstar Sprite very easily. And then we're going to lose a Guttersnipe and 1, I think it was Highway Robbery, and 1 Highway Robbery. And we're going to bring in this. So we have 6 counters to back up and Cast in the Fire against potential sprites and fairies. So we're going to run it like this. Okay, this is a okay hand. It's decent. We do have a dart for possible turn 1 fairy. We will keep. We have a turn 2 Kessig. We just need some discard outlets for this Fiery Temper. So they're going to play land pass. Now we have a grab the prize, which is good for our discard. So we'll play land pass. If they have turn 2 Augur, I might just go Pyro, but I'm probably expecting them to just turn 2 hold up 2 islands. They're going to cycle a Lorien Revealed. It's perfectly fine. Probably get their black land. Nope, just another regular island with different art. Let's see if they play this art for the island. They do. Preordain. They're not going to counter Preordain. They're going to scry 2. Let's see what they decide to do. If they put them on top or bottom, they're going to do 2 top. Not good for me. Then holding up a mana. Probably a blue elemental blast. We will play a land. And we will pass. I could potentially play Kessig right here, but we've already seen 4 spike. They probably have a blue elemental blast. I might want to hold up Pyro for protection from the Kessig, because if we can get this Kessig down and then hit him with these lava darts, we can really start doing some real damage to him. But we'll see what we do. They're going to brainstorm on end step. We're going to let that go through. Looking to counter Spellstar Sprites, Augurs, Lorien Revealed, stuff that they tap out and go all in for it. They're going to probably play land and pass. Oh, they're going to play a Campfire. I'm okay with that. We do have Cast in the Fire as well that we brought in, so we could potentially answer that. So they're going to start gaining life. Now we have a sneaky snacker. We're going to play land. I am going to play Flamebreather here. I don't think I'm going to Pyro, though, if they do have a counterspell. Hydro. Yeah, I'm gonna let that go through. I'm gonna let that go through, and the reason is I really want this grab the prize sneaky snacker to go through. So I still have this Pyro up if they want to do something. They're just gonna crack Campfire though, gain 2 life. That's fine. Game past the turn. Maybe they tap out here. Hopefully they tap out. Fairy Seer. Okay, no response. They're gonna scry 2. Let's see what they scry. They're going to go 2 bottom. That's good for us. Brainstorm. They're really looking here. They're probably looking for black mana. They haven't found their swamp or their Dimir land yet. Brainstorm, drew 3 cards, and no land. Okay, very interesting. I think if they have a Hydro, I'm fine if they want to Force Spike this, but I am gonna dart this Fairy Seer. Let go through. Okay, we have a land. That's great. So we're gonna play land. We're gonna grab the prize, and we're gonna discard Sneaky Snacker. We have Pyro when they try and counter this. Hydro. We need to draw these cards, so I will Pyro. Grab the prize. Snacker comes back from graveyard. Guttersnipe, no looting. Perfectly okay with these cards. So we're going to pass. They can't crack Campfire. They have 4 cards. We're keeping up with them in card draw, which is good. They have no lands. They kind of got stuck behind this Fairy Seer, or the Brainstorm. They might have Brainstorm locked themselves. We'll go next turn. We will always attack for 2 first. And then I think we want a Looting rather than play this Guttersnipe. I'm going to Looting, potentially discard Temper and something else. Probably Temper Dart, right? Yeah, I think I want double grab the prize. So we're going to do Temper Dart. We're going to throw 3 at their face. And I think we're going to pass the turn holding up Bolt and double Dart in graveyard. I don't want to cast a grab the prize yet. Just want to keep up with their card draw. Still no land for them. They definitely Brainstorm locked themselves. So now, perfect card to discard there. So we're going to go to attacks. We're going to attack with the Snacker. I could play this Guttersnipe, but I don't. I want to continue to draw cards, keep drawing potentially lands. So I think this is right to just grab the prize and discard Temper. It's going to do 5 damage to them if they can't answer it. Temper does 3. Guttersnipe, does it go through? Are they going to counter? It goes through. Wow. And now we have a Pyro. I could play Epicure here to get another creature out, but I think I just want to hold up Pyro. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold up Pyroblast. They're going to gain 2 life. Really want them to tap out for something. There's a Lorien, so now they can finally get their black mana. Contaminate Aquifer. Now they're going to pass. Okay. They have 2 mana. I'm worried they have some sort of fumes effect. I'm going to attack for 2. Still want to draw, so I think I'm going to grab the prize, discard Epicure here. Holding up Pyroblast. I just don't think they have a counterspell, though, or they would have used it. Here we go. They are going to counter this. I'm going to Pyro back because I really want to draw land here. And I want to do them 2 damage. No response. No lands, just 3 bolts. Well, in that case, I think I'm just going to play out Epicure to do the 1 damage to them. And then if they go for like a board wipe, I have 3 bolts in my hand to go after them. We also have a Guttersnipe. So far we're looking really good. They're paying costs. Could it be an Angler? It's a Relic. That hurts a little bit. We're going to lose our Faithless Looting and our 2 Lava Darts, but that's not the end of the world. Okay, they're holding up fumes here, so I feel really good now about the position that I'm in. So we're just going to start attacking for 3 immediately. Attack for 3, expecting the fumes. Cast down on that. Okay. No fumes. They do have a potential blue blast up though. So, or they're thinking about cracking. They're at 6. I'm in an interesting spot here. I could play Kessig, hold up, bolt, blast. I think I'm going to play Kessig. I think this is my best move. I play Kessig. They're going to crack Relic, I think, because they know that I could just crack these darts. No, they're not. Okay. Well, now I'm going to bolt. Putting them to 4. They're going to campfire. I'm going to bolt. I'm going to dart. And I'm going to dart. And we just won the game against Dimir. Terror. Actually, Dimir Fairies, excuse me. One of our tougher matchups. You'd love to see it. The bolt really came in handy, especially early game, getting rid of that Fairy Seer early, as well as late game here, having them in the graveyard, being able to throw the Kessig down. They tried to gain the life. We just had so much burn in our hand. We win match 3, on to match 4. All right, welcome back into match 4, playing against Niederschatten. We are going to be on the draw. We have potentially a good hand. We need a draw outlet, so Faithless Looting, Grab the Prize, or Highway Robbery. But 2 lands, spells to play. This hand is too good not to keep, so we're going to keep it. See, they have like a flame in their background, kind of. Chandra, Torch of Defiance, Prestige. I'm sure she has a red card, Chandra. So possibly playing up against Mirror or Mountain. They begin the game with 7 cards in hand. We're going to give them the GLHF and keep it moving. They're going to play 4. Elves, no. What is it? Servant of the Scale. This creature enters with a +1/+1 counter on it. When this creature dies, put X +1/+1 counters on target creature you control, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on this creature. Okay. Very interesting first play. I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. I think I'm just going to play a land in Epicure and potentially bolt it in the future. Not sure really what they're on. Could be some type of stompy list. Usually when you see green, you see and Long Stalk Brawl. What is this? Choose target creature you control. Target creature you don't control. Put +1/+1 counter on the creature you control. If the gift was promised, then those creatures fight each other. Okay. Now they're starting to get a little bit of a board. We do have to grab the prize into Snacker, though. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to grab the prize into a sneaky Snacker. Hopefully they can't keep adding counters to these things. Snacker comes back with another bolt. And we have potentially Fiery Temper. So now we're just going to pass the turn. Guttersnipe's a little too expensive for us right now. We need to stop their aggression. We do have this 1/1 fish token, which I'm not sure if I'm going to block with it or what I'm doing with it quite yet. This is a really interesting list, though. Off meta for sure. They play a forest. They tap 2. They tap 3 to play Contagious Vorok. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a land card from them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. If you didn't put a card into your hand this way, proliferate. Okay, so that's going to potentially proliferate both of these creatures. Yeah, he's not putting a land. They're just going to be a bunch of 3/3s now. So I can deal with these, though. I think I'm going to block. I don't really need this. Oh, wait, can it not block? Okay, it can't block, I guess. Oh, I can block this one. Okay, we'll block this one. Why can't I block this? Creature with power less than this creature power can't block it. Okay, should just read the card. Okay, so we'll take 3. Go the end step. Next turn, We are going to Fiery Temper this one. I don't want this to keep getting in, so we're going to Fiery Temper this. This one has 3 counters on it, so I think I'm going to get this one as well, because I don't want this to keep growing. When this creature dies, put target creature you control. Okay, so when this dies, it could put it on this and make it a 6/6, but we're definitely going to kill this first. Draw a card. We drew an Epicure. You know, with this being put X counters on target creature you control, I'm just going to kill this and then attack in for 2. Yeah, we're going to bolt this. We're going to attack in for 2. And then next turn, we have potentially Temper Bolt for this. Hopefully they have no other creatures that they can move the counters on, or I might want to kill them first. But I think this deck is more geared, rather than hitting face, I think we just need to go after these creatures that they keep playing. They're in the tank. Would like to draw a land too. Would like to get up to 4 lands. But we can definitely work with 3 lands. Would like another draw spell. So far we've only drawn a Grab the Prize. So looting or a Highway Robbery would be nice. Okay. 0/2, when this creature enters, put a +1/+1 on target creature and you gain a life. Okay. So they're going to keep putting +1s on. Oh, it put a +1 on itself. Okay. So it's a 1/3 now. Proliferate. Okay. No response. So they're both going to be 4s now. That's unfortunate. It's going to attack him for 4. They have 1 card in hand. I'd really like to draw a dart or something. It's a card we can't cast. I'm going to play this. Epicure. What am I going to do? I think I'm going to pass, plan on blocking, and then potentially blowing these guys up. So I'm just going to pass. They only have 1 card in hand. We have a lot more that we can do. So we're just going to pass. See what they want to do. If they want to attack into us, we have Bolt, we have Tempers that we can deal with them. I'm worried if they have a potential instant pump spell like a mutagenic growth or something like that. But it looks like it's some type of mono green proliferate creature deck. So let's see if they're going to attack in. They will. We're going to block here and here. Take. Damage goes there. Go to end of combat. We're going to blood token away this Temper. And we're going to shoot this. Just continuing to shoot their creatures. They will die. We drew a Kessig. Okay, there's a Highway Robbery. So now we will cast a Highway Robbery, discarding Snacker, bring them both back. Still no land. Wow, there's nothing we can really do now. So we're just going to have to pass, plan on taking 4. It's really unfortunate. They drew land. They're going to attack in. We're going to take it. We go to 7, then we're going to pass. And they can see. I guess they just knew that they just kept getting flooded, and they just knew that they couldn't come back from that. So they are going to concede, and we will go to the sideboard now. There is since this is no meta or not it's an unusual deck. There's not going to be a sideboard guide for this plan. Obviously, these are out. I didn't see any graveyard effects and no blue. So really, it's just if we want pingers with End the Festivities, Cast on the Fires, or Smash. I didn't see any artifacts either. I think I'm just going to keep it as is. And the Festivities could be useful, or Cast Fire could be useful if they get up to like 4 or something. You know, I think that's probably better than some of the other stuff we have. We don't really need the Guttersnipe or the Kessig. We can trim on a couple of those because we kind of just want to kill their stuff as soon as we see it. So I think I'm okay with trimming on a couple Epicures as well and just running it like that. Just having a little bit of extra insurance. If they start getting a bunch of 1/1s on the board or something like that, maybe we could potentially sweep, have lava darts. I think we just want to kill everything they're trying to do and eventually just win the game from just our card draw and our creatures that we have that they can't really deal with. So maybe it wasn't right cutting 4 creatures, but we'll just have to see. They're going to mull. I think this is a fine hand. We have turn 2 looting into temper and possibly getting rid of land. So we're gonna keep this on 7. We also have grab the prize. They're gonna turn 1, evolve, remove 2 +1/+1 counters, regenerate it. Okay, experiment 1. Okay, we're just gonna play land and pass. Another Fireblast is not the best, for sure. Let's see what they're gonna do here. They're just gonna attack. Thirsting Roots. Search your library for a land card, reveal it. They're not using it for the proliferate. They're getting a forest. And they're tossing it back. We now have a dart. So, do I dart now or do I wait? I think I wait. I think I play land and pass. Because they could have some sort of hexproof ability, and I want to have more mana up. And next turn I could grab the prize into temper, potentially. They have 3 mana. Let's see what they're going to do. Attack for 1. Yeah, that goes through. I don't think I'm going to dart on end step. Pass. I think we're going to grab the prize, discard temper, aim it at this, and see what happens. Snakeskin Veil. You got it. We drew another dart and a Guttersnipe. But now it has 2 pingers on it. Could just blast it. I'm not going to. I'm going to pass the turn. They're drawing a lot of lands. Now they have this creature that can proliferate and make this a 3/3, and then you can remove 2 and regenerate it. So God, I really want to Fireblast this. I don't want to deal with this regenerating. Could Fireblast face though with Guttersnipe. I'm just going to let this go. If they don't have a way to gain life, I think I win with the Fireblast and the Lava Darts with Guttersnipe. They're going to proliferate. It's going to be a 4/4. They're going to hit in. I think I'm okay with that though. We did lose some damage on this Fire Temper, but we did get rid of their Snakeskin Veil. Now we have a Bolt. I'm going to play Mountain. I'm going to play Guttersnipe. And I'm going to hope to get through this turn. Now, wait, hold on. If I looting, discard 2 darts, that does 16. Wait, I could just win right now. Hold on. Looting, 16, dart, 3, 6, 10. No, I think I need one more turn. I need one more turn, so we're just gonna pass and hope we don't die. And hope they don't have a weather the storm or something like that. Because that could be the only way I think they get me here. They'll be attacking in for 7. They could have some type of like monsters emergence or something, but I think we just have to pass. Holding up bolt. Potentially bolting this. They have nothing to do with the Guttersnipe though. Okay, Dusk Shell Crawler. When this creature enters, +1/+1. Each creature you control on has trample. Okay, that's fine. So they'll have 2 trampling things. No response. They're gonna attack in for 8. I'll take it. 6. Please don't have weather. If they have weather, they really got me. Next turn. Could we play around weather? I think so. I'm gonna play Kessig so that we get even more pings. Could just go dart, blast, blast. I don't know. They're thinking hard about this. They're thinking about killing this, I think. And if they do, I think I'm just gonna go for it. Thinking long and hard. I definitely think they have a kill spell. But if they have a kill spell, it's not the end of the world. Because I think I can win in response to their kill spell. Dart, 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 dart does 12 damage. Okay, they don't play it. So now I think I go looting. Looting. That does 3. It's going to put them to 10. Dart and blast is... This is 7, this is 4, so that's 11 right there. So I think I can beat them instant speed weather the storm. They're thinking really hard about this. I wonder what they have in hand. No response. We're going to go dart. Dart. We're going to go bolt. With the bolt. So we're going to dart. So, and I have dart in the graveyard as well as a Fireblast in hand. So GG's. We win match 4 against Nieder Schatten in a kind of a rogue proliferate green creature deck. So very interesting deck. And the festivities didn't really matter, but Dart and Fireblast, as well as Guttersnipe and Kessig sure did. So we go through match 4, 3-1 currently, and on to round 5. Okay, welcome into the 5th and final match against Morin 2112. We are currently 3-1, going into match 5 on the draw, and it looks like we have a very keepable hand. If you have Grab the Prize and a Snacker with 2 mountains, I'm pretty much going to tell you to keep this 100% of the time. So they have mountain, could be mirror match. We're going to play a land and pass. Fireblast is good as if we can get our Kessig and Guttersnipe on board. They're going to play land. Okay, with Great Furnace, it's going to be Rally Red. So they're going to create 2 1/1s and start coming at us with pressure. I'm perfectly okay with that. Rally is kind of a tough matchup. We do have 4 sideboard cards to bring in against them with the Casting the Fires and End the Festivities. So we do have that. We have a 3rd land as well, so that's good. We're going to play 2nd land, and we're going to Gutters, and we're going to grab the Prize Sneaky Snack. That's turn 2 play for this deck. And we're going to draw 2 more Highway Robberies to continue continuously drawing. And we're going to pass the turn. Probably block with the Snackers whenever we get a chance, because we just want to try and slow them down as much as we can. They're going to play a Synth. They're going to hit a Burning Tremissary. They have a land, so they can play it. There's Burning Tree into... What else do they have? Ren's Resolve, okay. And then they have another Rally and a Synth coming up. Okay, so we're definitely going to be on the back burner here, but we have some creatures and stuff that we can play. So we're just going to hold back Snacker and try and slow them down as best we can. We're going to play 2 creatures and pass. Epicure. Flamebreather. And we're going to pass the turn, because they're going to have a pretty big turn coming up here with Synth into Rally. Let's see what the Synth is. Perfect for them. They don't have to think about what they're going to do. They're just going to play the Rally. And let's see if they attack all out. They have a Chain Lightning for that. Okay. So we're going to go to blocks. Are they not attacking with the Burning Tree? Okay, it's fine by me. I will block both. And next turn. So now we have a... I think Guttersnipe's too expensive. They could just bolt, and then they have a ton of creatures. So I think the plan here is to Highway Robbery, or I'm going to grab the prize, discard Highway Robbery, or discard Fireblast. I'll discard Fireblast. I don't need it. Snacker comes back. We have a bolt, which is great. We are going to... If we plot this Highway Robbery, we can't play bolt. I also want to get Snacker into the graveyard. I think we're just going to pass holding up bolt. Yeah. We're going to pass holding up bolt, and then Highway Robbery into Snacker. They could have another Rally. Oh no. Don't have Bushwhacker. Into Bushwhacker. End the Festivities. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. So that's fine. Snacker dies. They're going to get in for 4, though. They're going to get in for 4. It's fine. We really need some creatures or something to answer this. Probably just going to have to play Guttersnipe out of necessity. I go down to 9. And Epicure down to 8. Ooh. The board is getting big very quickly. Okay, so that could be useful. Let's go Robbery. We need to get the Snackers back on board. Discard. 2 Snackers. Another grab the prize. Wow. No land. I think we just have to play Kessig for blocker and hope that we don't die. That's really it. They're going to be hitting us for 4, potentially 5. They're hitting us for 4. Oh man. This is really not good. And they have the Pyroblast. So 1-2 got us. I mean, this is a tough matchup for us because we didn't draw any of our lava darts, which would really help in this situation. Oh, we also have Smash we can bring in as well to go after their artifacts and lands. So all these come in. I think Fireblast is just too slow. I think our creatures die very quickly, but I think Flamebreather is a little bit better because it's a 1-3. Temper's good. Snacker's good. We need to make 3 cuts. I think we're going to cut a looting, a robbery, and probably a Guttersnipe. It's just so expensive. Well, it's a creature though. Don't want to be cutting creatures. Yeah, we're gonna discard Guttersnipe. Hopefully have a better start. This is fine. We have End the Festivities. We have Dart. Grab the prize. Highway Robbery. We're gonna keep this. Let's see if they keep. They do. We play Mountain and pass. Now we don't want to see is turn 1 Tomb Raider. They play Great Furnace into Tomb Raider, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. Okay, that is unfortunate for us, but we have some answers. We have a Fiery Temper right there, actually, but we can't play it yet. We're just going to plot this and pass the turn. Just continue taking damage. Hopefully not too much more. We're going to have a Burning Tree into potential rally. Okay. So there they go, getting started quickly. So now what we're going to do is play land, Highway Robbery, discard, Temper, okay. Temper is going to go to Burning Tree, okay. Then we're going to go End the Festivities, into Dart, pass the turn, taking care of all their creatures. We are at 12. They are going to have more things. They have a clockwork. They're going to attack for 1. Probably just going to play 2 creatures and pass. I don't want to flash back the Dart against a clockwork. Snacker. Okay, so now we're going to play Grab the Prize. Discard Snacker. Snacker comes back. We have a Bolt and a Cast in the Fire, no land. But I think we're going to play this Epicure out as a blocker. Yeah, Epicure out as a blocker. And hopefully just continue to card draw past them. So they attack, we will block. We need to try and hold as much damage as possible. They have a great card in the Festivities. Into nothing. Okay, I'm fine with that. Take 1. Yeah, we're gonna play Kessig into Dart, Clockwork. Actually, yeah, we'll wait. No reason to play it now. We'll do it when they go for the Bolt. No Bolt. Okay. There's the Bolt. We will Dart the Clockwork. Pinging them for 1. At least getting into damage, killing their creature. Let's see what they got the Clockwork. When it dies, you exile the top card of your library. You can play it until the end of your next turn. So they can play it now until next turn. So they're probably just going to Bushwhack and hit for 2. Oh, they have a Tomb Raider into Bushwhacker. Oh, that's not good at all. Okay, I think we are going to Dart the Bushwhacker. Yeah, we're going to Dart the Bushwhacker. Taking 6 is one thing. Or taking 3 is one thing, but taking 5 is another. So we're just going to flush that. Bolt this creature during our next turn. So nothing we can really do. We're just going to pass the turn, plan on bolting and step. I'm not going to grab the prize, Guttersnipe. Unfortunate that we had to use the Dart there. One card in hand. They could just have double Bolt and kill right now. Relic. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, it's fine. And they're gonna just sack it immediately. Okay, not a problem. Lose some cards. Everything's exiled. We go to combat. We bolt. And Ren's Resolve to Burning Tree. Okay, so they're going to play Burning Tree next turn. So I think here we just play Guttersnipe pass, right? Yeah. Play Guttersnipe pass. If they have Bushwhacker, if they have Burning Tree and a Bushwhacker, I mean, not much we can do about it. There's the Burning Tree. Into another Ren's Resolve, into a Rally. Wow. I mean, they are just getting so lucky here. So we're going to block this, take 2, cast in the fire these 2. I mean, we are just getting so far behind. Cast on fire those 2. Nothing else we can do. We're going to pass. At 4. Do not feel very good right now. They're going to rally again. I mean, dude, the top decks are just insane. Okay, we're going to go to 2. Do they have the bolt? Or the chain lightning? And that's it. They bolt face. GG's. We end the league. I'm very happy with that. Unfortunately, Rally got the best of us in match 5, but we were able. We lost match 1 to Demir Terror, but we were able to come back. We beat Demir Fairies. We beat Mono Red Madness in the mirror, and we were able to beat the green Proliferate deck. And then, unfortunately, in round 5, we lost to Rally Red. So, to sum up the deck, it's obviously really good. It's tier 1 for a reason. I think I played the best I could. I think Rally really just got very lucky there in some of those top decks near the end of that game too. I think I had the advantage with my sideboard with End, Cast in the Fire. They both came into play, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough from their side of things. They just kept deploying creatures. As you can see, Guttersnipe and Kessig Flamebreather, when you get them on the board and you have things like Lava Dart either in your hand or in the graveyard, as well as Fireblast in your hand, you can really finish a game very quickly. As well as the card draw is really nice with Faithless Looting, Grab the Prize, Highway Robbery, and you're able to discard 8 cards that do really well, and then 1 card that you can use in the graveyard regardless. So thank you so much for watching this Pauper League. There will be more Mono Red Madness in the future and more Pauper Leagues in the future. If there are any decks that you would like me to try out, I have a good amount of Pauper cards. There are some that I'm missing, but if you'd like to see fairies, some sort of Boros, Synth, any decks like that, White Weenie, let me know down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.